without further ado, let's welcome Aaron, Loretta, Gregory.
Thank you. Hey, everybody. Good morning. That was really dry. Good morning. Good morning. So I am an individual that I love when you talk back to me. Usually when I talk to my kids, or I don't have children, I have dance children. So when I talk to them, I have them talk back to me because I don't want them to just stare and just, because I'm not here for your entertainment. We're here to have a conversation, right? So thank you again, Andrea, for that wonderful introduction. I love working with you. She literally, Joy is the epitome of who she is. Sometimes, as a friend of mine, I'd be like, "Ooh, I got to prepare myself because there's a lot of joy, and I don't want to make sure I'm like, girl, hold on." So you got to always make sure that you receive joy with joy, right? And thank you, Natalie, for this wonderful opportunity. She's my birthday twin. So yes, girl, thank you. And thank you, Millworks, for having me. This morning, what I want to do, I got to stay right here, so I'm cool over so I can see y'all. I want to share with you all a piece of my creative process, but I have this thing where it's like Eminem. I'm really, really good with words, and sometimes my nickname is Pastor Aaron. I don't like it, but neither here nor there, because I always have a message with movement, right? So first thing I want to talk about is growth, right? So for growth, we all know growth to be what? So I'm a visual person. Show me what growth looks like using your hands. Okay, I see flow. I see a lot of people went up, right? Do we realize that growth is not just going up, but growth goes out? And even more importantly, it also goes down, right? So growth is from where you are expanding into a deeper or higher or further place. So we're all growing in everything that we're doing. So in those moments when we're like, oh, I'm having a low day, you're still growing. So be encouraged and know that it's still happening. Even though we're not seeing the height, we're not seeing the extra money, we're not seeing those highs. And I always like tell my students, think about a mountain, right? The way that mountains are made, that climb is the hardest thing ever, right, entrepreneurs? That day-to-day, you gotta stop and park, you gotta pitch a tent because you're like, the level is too high. But even when you think about the top of the mountain, you're not supposed to be there long. Literally, the altitude will choke you out. You have to go back down in order to celebrate what you've done. So those are my little nuggets of inspiration for you all today. So don't stop growing and know that the walk to the top is hard. You get up there, celebrate, but you can't stay there long because you have to go up and down. And literally, if your sonogram is not doing this, what happens? Exactly. So embrace the up and downs in your life, all right? Because it's a part of who you are. It's a part of who we are, okay? So with that being said, let's get into some movement, all right? So the first thing that I want to show you, and I actually would love some volunteers. Anyone who wants to move with me, I invite you to come down. All right. I love the verbal, yes. Just a couple. Awesome. Yes. Awesome. Okay, so give it up for our volunteers, please. Give it up. All right, so we have Michael, we have Natalie, we have Brianna, and then we have Jax. Hey. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to teach you all a small phrase from my piece, Rooted, that I premiered at the TBD Making Dance Festival in November. So you're going to take your hand out. It doesn't matter which one. Your other hand, you're going to grasp. What is it? Grasp? There you go. I said glass. Look, you're going to grasp as if you have a seed. Put the seed into your pot. From here, you're going to merge the seed with the soil, collapsing your hands. And then you're going to merge again as soil and the seed meets, right? Now imagine someone's dumping water into your pot, and now you're going to merge the water. Yes? Giving the seed life to grow and to do its things. Now you're going to grab and you're going to give yourself a small heartbeat as the seed is now beginning to pulsate and expand and shed its layers, so now you can take root. Yes? Okay, so that is literally the premise of the entire piece. is I showed what happens when the seed is in the ground, and I just made it a big dance movement about 10 minutes long. But that is the first thing that you see. I haven't been able to put the piece up on any type of, what do we use now? Websites, social media, YouTube. I haven't been able to put anything up because I like to use copyrighted music. So in order for it to show and not be muted, I got to figure out how to use original music. So neither here nor there. What I would love for you all to do is we're going to walk around in this space, and I'm going to do it with you. And please stay right here so then our lovely videographer, Eddie, can keep us on camera. So you're just going to walk around. So just literally walk around the space. You don't have to walk in a circle. Just walk in this space. And what we're going to show is the roots, the seeds actually moving through soil. So imagine we're already in soil. But the entire time, I want you to just remember this phrase, and I'll walk you through it. Okay? Are we ready? Yeah. Audience, are you ready? Yes. Okay. All right. Give it up for our volunteers one more time. Give it up, give it up, give it up. You are now a part of the LTG Dance Project. Welcome. I'll send you your checks of smiles and hugs. Okay? Here we go. And on 8, I'll say 5, 6, 7, 8, we're going to begin walking. 5, 6, 7, 8. Walk through space. I will guide you through. Moving all around. Think about roots going all through soil, not just one circular pattern, up, down, all those things. All right, now we're going to extend our hand. Yep. Being very intentional, looking directly at your hand. Add the seed. Oops, excuse me. Yep, adding the seed on your own time. You could be fast, you could be slow, merging that seed into the soil and flipping it a couple times like some pancakes. For those who remember the pancake dance, I can't do it right now because I messed up my choreography. I'll do it later. But here we go. From here, add your water. Yep. You can go big, you can go little. I see y'all doing it in y'all seats. Go ahead, that's cool. Y'all too are part of LTG Dance Project. Thank you. All right, here we go. From here, bring that seed in and start pulsing. Now, this is a very delicate moment, right? You know, sometimes when you're walking, especially those of us over 30, when that check knee engine light starts to come on, and you're like, yo, what is this pain that I'm feeling? What is this? It's growth, right? Remember, as a kid, we get growing pains. This is the part we shed. We can't stand it. Oh, my God, it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. But we know that you have to shed layers in order to grow, in order to become better, bigger, brighter, stronger. So now, from here, you're going to extend and take root. And now I want you to, at your own artistic choice, because you're artists now, you can't fight it, to move your arms however you want. To move your arms. These are your roots going all over the place. Moving your arms all about, all around. Yes, move your arms all the way, all the way. These are your roots. You're taking roots all over, all over. Good. Try different levels. Going high, going low. Remember those knees. Yes, yes, yes. Be careful, be careful. All right. Very good, very good, very good. Now, how we're going to close this, I'm going to ask you to get down. If you cannot get down, get to a middle position of your knees, okay? So we're going to take our hands into the earth. You're going to take a nice deep breath in, and now you are rooted. Thank you. Good job, everyone. Yes. Awesome job. Yes, 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 yes. So that process, it came to me. I am a believer. I know some people say, oh, spiritual person, blah, blah, blah. No, as I'm getting older and more mature in my faith, you have to call a thing, right? So I know it's not everybody's thing, and I'm the one person who completely respects that. I walk in a lot of different intersections. But as a believer, my creative process comes from my faith. And I literally get little visions. So I don't get to show the whole dance, but I will show a clip of it. And I wanted to just show you this part because this was the first thing that I got was I heard in my spirit, it's time for you to take up root and be established. So from when I heard that, I was like, okay. And then I saw this vision, boom, boom, in place. And this would be literally the end of my piece. That was the first thing that I got of a 10-minute piece, and that was the end of it. So I had to wait through prayer and just through time and just walking for the other pieces to come. And it was hilarious because I had one dancer who was new to doing choreography with a group. 23, thinks he knows everything, as we all do at 23. And he didn't want to listen to me and fought me on every turn. You didn't give me enough knowledge. How am I supposed to do this? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, sir, I've been around this block 10 times than you have, and you're not even halfway around. I need you to follow me, right? One time in rehearsal, I had to yell at him. I shouldn't have to yell at an adult, but that happens. But I had to explain to him that I get this in pieces. How many times as a leader or a visionary do you only have a small vision and you're teaching and leading people and they're like, where are we going? You're like, I don't know. This is all I know. I need you to trust me because I don't know what I'm doing, right? But you still have to lead. You still have to walk. You still have to go, right? So in that mode, he still was a dancer and just followed. But in him, I think after the fact, he had to realize like, oh, okay, which is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I had to do the same thing. I had a choreographer that I got on her nerves too. You know what I'm saying? God rest her soul. But like, unfortunately, she passed last year to cancer. But she was in her thing. And I thought I knew everything. And it's just like, no. Again, process, right? So God gave me this in pieces. And the most beautiful thing about it was, for those of you who, like Andrea mentioned in my bio, I am what we call a boomerang now. So I grew up here. I graduated from Central High. Go Eagles. Any Eagles in the room? Hey! Class of 2007. I earned the Gates Millennium Scholarship, and I was able to go to Morehouse College for free. Full ride, completely paid for. And then that same scholarship paid for half of NYU. So from there, I started my dance journey teaching. I thought I wanted to be a commercial dancer. Commercial dancers are people who perform on tours, movies, films. So that industry, like in LA, like it's a big thing. But I learned that I'm a concert dancer. Your ABT, your Alvin Ailey complexions, that's where I love being on stage versus being on film. Film is a long process, y'all. You gotta sit and wait for 4 hours to do a take 10 times? No thanks. With that being said, I hit a hard journey of not knowing which way I wanted to go. And yes, I said concert, but I wasn't training for that. I was just sitting and just allowing life to let me go all over the place. And it got to a point to where I left New York because I had developed asthma there. Yes, New York is a dirty place. I love it, but it's a dirty place. I developed asthma. I had an asthma attack that literally almost took me out of here. I had 6 asthma attacks in 1 year, and we couldn't figure out what my triggers were. That last one, literally, I almost died. And then after that, my mom was like, so, are you gonna leave? Because I can't do this anymore. You're too far away from me. I'm the oldest, I'm the only male. Like, she's like, I need you to be closer. So I moved back to Atlanta, and I thought it was gonna be better because I went to college in Atlanta, the bubble was gonna be good, I knew people there, I had friends. No. Adult Atlanta was trash. It was hell in a handbasket because I didn't have the safety bubble of college. I had to figure everything out. I had to learn, and I didn't want to learn. I didn't want to get what I like to call a muggle job. Muggle jobs are jobs that are outside of your gifts for my Harry Potter people. So I didn't want to get a muggle job. I was like, no, I'm going to dance. I taught 10 fitness dance classes a week and still couldn't afford enough to have a car or to stay on my own. So I was, by the grace of God, living from couch to couch to couch. I lived out of a car for 2 weeks, y'all, because I was being stubborn. I didn't want to learn. And the end of this boomerang journey is a therapist, thank God for therapy. He literally said, Aaron, it's okay to go home. I sat on his floor, his tile floor, mind you, like this. I didn't want to accept it, but I had to. But can I tell you and encourage you that coming back home was the best decision I could have made. Within a month's time, I saw stability. I saw healing in my family, even though it was hell being at home, because my mom had to accept the fact that her grown son had to come home, and she's one of those parents that, 18, get out. But her mom didn't treat her like that. I could talk about it. We're great now, but yeah. We're great. I love my mama. Sharice, I love you. Mwah! So anyways, she just felt like no. But everyone had to tell her, like, he's doing everything he's supposed to do, and he had to come home. But that boomerang effect, it took me, and then the pandemic happened. So I was at home a lot longer. But after that, getting my job at OPA and doing all the things I've been doing there, that was when God was like, it's now time for you to really take up root. And intentionally pour your gifts into spaces. Right now I was trying to figure out what I could do when and where, but now I've been able to do that. So, I'm in this space now as a creative, as I call myself a self-proclaimed DCE, dancer, choreographer, educator, because I do it all, like literally, like always it's like a revolving door. It doesn't matter which one's which. I want people to understand that, like, as a mover, as a dancer particularly, everything doesn't have to be choreographed. At home, for me, it's freestyle or improv. So at any given moment, you can play a song and I will literally give you a different story every 5 seconds because it's easy for me to just go and do things that I like, right? So it's a part of that. And I think in life, we have to remember how to be adaptable, to just move. Sometimes you can't have everything planned and structured. You need plan and structure, but you also have to be able to pivot and move in between those things. So allow me to just encourage you again to, like, literally go with the flow. I have a class that I teach, shameless plug, Thursday nights at AP Legacy Dance Studio up at 72nd and Maple. I teach an adult class. It's open to all levels, called Groove and Flow. And that philosophy is, because I believe a groove, like a key, has its different grooves. Everyone has a key that opens doors, right? And your key only opens doors that are for you, right? So I believe a groove is which way you internally move in your life. So find your groove and flow. A lot of us are moving in different areas because we don't know our groove. We don't know our gifts. We don't know our talents. We don't know where we shine or where we need to get filled. It's not also about where you're strong. It's also where you're weak so you can get built up too, yes? So from there, it's like, this is just flowing out of me today. Sweet Lord. Okay, so I want to tell you at 7 o'clock, I was like, woo, Lord help me. But yes, find your groove and flow. This class is a contemporary jazz funk class. Aaron, what the hell is that? So contemporary is all of this movement, boom, 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 but your jazz funk is like your Janet, right? I break it down to the bare bones so that anyone who comes, when you leave, you feel like a rock star. Because again, my point is for you to feel loved and knowing that you are loved, right? What's my time? Okay, great, perfect. So it's been wonderful. Sorry, is the Q&A happening after the 5 or during the 5? Now-ish? Okay, all right, so I'm gonna do this last thing and then I will open it up to questions. Sorry, I wanna be honorable of time because I like to go over. Okay, so last thing that I'm gonna do, one thing that I love doing at the end of every class, I have dance babies all around the world. I kid you not, I went to go see Ailey in Lincoln. I did Ailey Camp. I was a group leader for Ailey Camp in Newark, New Jersey, which is basically a dance camp for 6 weeks. It's the most beautiful thing ever. And one of the kids there, he was 12 when I met him. I went to Lincoln to watch Alvin Ailey and saw Chris Taylor as a 22-year-old man performing with the First Company, and I almost cried. To know that I was able to watch and help this kid meet his dreams and watch him live it on stage, I love the fact that I have dance babies all over the world, right? So I say that to say, like, you never know where your gifts are also going to inspire and help someone else. That's what I live for. Like, I just want to help see you do your thing. So, and all that being said, I'm going to round this out with this. I want you all to repeat after me because this is how I end every class. And this is why I brought up dance babies. No matter how old you are, you're my dance baby. That's why I tell people. I literally have 3-year-olds that hug me every 5 seconds. And then I have 80-year-olds that I've gotten them to learn how to twerk a little bit, okay? So, when I tell you I've taught every single child from ages 3 to 83, rich, poor, black, white, international, domestic, special, and by special I mean like IEPs and whatnot, to people who are extremely gifted, I've had the opportunity to teach them all. So this is how we close every single class. So please repeat after me. Let's do a little breath first. Everybody up? Or arms up? Or you can stand up, yeah, if you want to, stand or not. Stand or not, if you're gonna stand, okay. Yes, yes, you can receive this. You gotta dance, you just stand up. Take your arms up, inhale. Exhale, bring it down. 2 more, inhale up. Bring it down. Last time, inhale up. Exhale and smile. Repeat after me. I am beautiful. I am free. I am loved. Unconditionally. I am strong. I can do anything. I am blessed. And I am a masterpiece. Thank you all so much.